Imagine this. If tomorrow you lost every dollar, every symbol of success, every shiny thing you think impresses her, would she still want you? Strip away the watch, the car, the 5-star dinners, the vacations, and what's left is just you. And here's the truth no one tells men. A lot of women, more than you'd expect, aren't hooked by money in the first place. What captures them is something far more dangerous, more addictive, and impossible to buy. And if you've been following Stoic philosophy, you already know where this is heading. Real value doesn't live in the external. It radiates from the man himself. But here's the catch. Most men never figure this out. So let me draw you in. Because what I'm about to share isn't just another idea. It's a truth that once it clicks, it changes everything. And if you master it, she'll look at you the way she looks at the man she swore she'd never forget. Let's talk about the secret currencies. What actually makes women lose sleep over you. And here's the shocker. It has nothing to do with your savings, your car, or the logo stitched on your shirt. Society has sold us a lie for decades. That money is the ultimate magnet. Yes, wealth can open doors, create comfort, and buy convenience. But real attraction? The kind that sticks in her bones? That runs on a different economy. One that can't be bought, borrowed, or stolen. And here's the tragedy. Most men spend their lives pouring energy into the wrong game, flexing wealth, chasing status, while the men who truly capture her heart, trust, and obsession, they're trading in currencies money could never touch. I learned this the hard way. Years ago, I sat in a rooftop lounge, watching a guy throw cash like it was nothing. Bottle service, tips bigger than rent, luxury dripping from every detail. The woman with him smiled, played along, but her eyes? They kept wandering across the room, to a man who wasn't trying, wasn't flashing anything, just sitting back, laughing with a friend, completely indifferent to her. That's when it hit me. Money can buy attention, but it can never buy gravity. And here's why. Women worth your time aren't pulled in by what you show off. They're pulled in by what you carry. They're drawn to the man who doesn't need applause, who doesn't need her validation, and who doesn't lease his identity from a brand. That's the first currency, composure. When chaos erupts, you're the one who stays grounded. Not reactive, not desperate, not bending to her moods. You stand like a mountain, and she feels safer than any penthouse could ever make her feel. Then there's silence, but not the weak, nervous silence of a man afraid of being boring. I'm talking about deliberate silence, the kind that carries weight. Most men scramble to fill every pause, but the man who sits calmly across from her, letting the air between you speak louder than words, that man becomes a riddle she's dying to solve. Another currency, the power to walk away. Most men build their world around her, making her the sun they orbit. And the moment she senses that, respect starts slipping away. But the man who lives with quiet certainty, who refuses to betray his values just to keep her close, that man can't be bought, not even with her affection. That's dangerous for her, because suddenly, she knows you're there by choice, not by need. And then there's conviction, the moral lines you refuse to cross. Women notice more than you think. They watch how you treat strangers, how you talk about people who can't help you, whether you bend your principles when no one's watching. Money may get her body for a night. Conviction, that makes her imagine forever. And finally, the most intoxicating currency of all, controlled desire. Not denial, not pretending you don't feel it, but owning it so completely that you don't rush, you don't beg, you don't need. You look at her with fire in your eyes, but you hold it steady, letting her feel the tension without breaking it. That restraint, It drives her mad in ways money never could. Put all of these together, and you become a presence she can't shake. Money fades into the background because you become the luxury. Women don't walk away from that. They replay it in their minds. They measure every man after you against the way you made them feel. Safe, challenged, and alive all at once. Now here's the part most men miss. What she truly craves from you can't be purchased. Not flowers, not hotel suites, not shiny gifts. She wants to see how you handle the moments that fall apart. The waiter spilling coffee, traffic making you late, her mood turning sharp. Most men crack, get angry, scramble to fix things. But you stay calm, unshaken, maybe even smirk like it'll take more than that to rattle you. That composure, it makes her addicted because safety is the foundation of desire. She wants you to master silence, to let her lean into the mystery. She wants to feel, deep down, that you'd walk away rather than bend your mission. That you have convictions she could never buy. And she wants to feel your desire, not unleashed recklessly, but held back with discipline. Like a storm you choose not to release until you decide. That's intoxicating in ways she'll never admit out loud. 0, 0, 0, 815 to 0, 0, 10, 0, 0. And here's the truth. You can't swipe a card for these things. You can't buy composure or silence or conviction. You can't rent the ability to walk away or wrap controlled desire in a gift box. These aren't purchases. They're forged through discipline, self-respect, and mastery. And once you live them, money stops being the centerpiece. Not because it doesn't matter, but because it's overshadowed. She stops thinking about what you have and starts thinking about who you are. The Stoics knew this. True power isn't in the external. It's in mastering yourself. When you stop trying to buy her attention and start embodying the man who doesn't need to chase, you become unforgettable. 0, 0, 10, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1140. So the next time you think you need to flash your wallet to prove your worth, remember this. What she really wants is your calm in chaos, your silence that speaks louder than words, your willingness to walk away, your principles that can't be bent, and your desire held in disciplined control. That's what separates you from every other man. That's what makes her stay, because she can meet wealthy men any day of the week. But a man with that kind of presence, she might only find once in her life. And when she does, he's the one she replays in her head when the lights go out. Not the dinners, not the diamonds. Him. The man who needed nothing to make her feel everything.